before we throw to audience questions, I know there's a ton of trivia facts out there about the show, and I think the problem with the show that's, it's been a few years, some of these things that were myths and rumors become facts online and people start to believe them. And I just wanted to maybe run a couple by you guys. You can confirm if this actually happened, this is true, or this is just internet.
Can we just say true, false?
Sure.
Or I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, let's try this.
Okay, so according to a commentary, Tom, you wandered around the set muttering, "Clark is an idiot, he's such an idiot." Did that happen?
Maybe he did.
Really?
True or false, please? It happened.
I think he did sometimes.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. According to another little fact, that apparently your lack of Superman knowledge helped you play Superman. Is that true? You were on record saying that?
It helped me play Clark. Yeah, because he didn't know what he was doing, and neither did I.
Okay. Now there was apparently a Smallville supernatural crossover planned. Is that true? There was a crossover.
It already happened.
Yeah, I was in drag. Did you say crossover?
Remember Clark's football coach?
Jensen Ackles, he was actually younger than Tom when he was playing her football coach that was out of high school, and his
it might have been Lana's boyfriend.
They were dating. Not today would happen.
So it already happened.
Okay. The internet thinks it hasn't happened yet, so we should update that. Michael, you would make a lot of practical jokes and make fart sounds between takes. Very true.
Fart sounds? You mean fart?
Or let's go with
Let's go with real and fake farts.
Both.
True. Yeah, of course,
Definitely
that's
true.
fart. You don't fart, dude?
It's great for sound. The sound guy appreciates it.
Yeah, I know you're handsome, but you fart. I bet they're real cute farts, too. You're real cute. They're like, look at me.
I'm doing it right now, actually.
Michael does this thing where he'll walk up to somebody and he'll tell them what their farts sound like.
Yeah, it's true.
Just by looking at it.
Like, for instance, can you do me a favor? Hold your mic towards my armpit. Just like this girl right here. Stand up right here. I can't do both. This to my mouth. Stand up, please. What's your name? Yasmin. This is, everybody look at her, this is how she would fart. That's it. This gentleman right here, can you stand up? Now you, gentleman right here, right in the front row, filming me, take a second to stop filming nothing. There you go, everybody look at him. Thank you.
I jokingly said to you that you'll be showing off a hidden talent at some point, and it's apparently true now.
Yeah.
It is. My brother and I tried to. All right. My brother and I tried to get on America's Funniest Videos, and they were filming. They were having auditions at East Lamont, Evansville, Indiana, and we stood in line for 5 hours to do dueling armpit farts of Christmas songs. We were like, actually do this. People were dying. I was like, we are going to get on TV. We're going to make it. I'm like 13, he's 6. We didn't get on.
You could recreate that now on Instagram. You and your brother.
Oh, but we could do it. We kill it. I can make the most amazing armpit farts. I'm very talented.
Any hidden talents you guys would like to showcase at this point?
Compares with that.
I have a stupid thing.
What the heck? Do that again? Oh my God, that's so weird. That is so weird.
We did an armpit fart.
Let's have everybody in the audience try to do that real quick. Ready? Go.
I wish I could see it. Have a video of everybody. This guy over here is like, I didn't know that's your arthritis. It's a clicking sound, not a clapping sound.
All right, Tom, what do you got, man?
He can dance!
Tom had the clap once. Joe.
All right, I forgot what we were doing already at this point.
Oh, that's great.
the last note what I had here was that the first and last shot of for Lex Luthor are identical in the show. Is that true? Apparently that you leave the car out of Luthor Court Plans, and then you hear as the president in the finale in the same manner. Do you recall the shots looking alike or being? There was not a plan.
I don't know.
You don't know. Apparently,
I don't think so. Have you guys heard that?
Apparently they bookended it like that.
Yeah, I don't
Make the shots
remember.
look the same.
Yeah, the first thing I'm doing is driving, right?
Yeah.
And you say the last thing I'm doing is driving?
Apparently it's like the same shot, like you come in and out of the shot the same
That's
way.
true. That's true. I'm in the Luthor mansion. I don't drive in the final episode.
Not true.
So that's a lie.
Lots of them. All right, so we have some audience questions. I know we have a couple mics. So if you guys want to start lining up, we can. Let's get to the questions. Are there mics?
Yes.
Okay, great. There's a mic over there, and we have a mic over here. So start lining up, and we'll
Are you married?
I am.
You're so young.
I know. In Canada, we get married really
He's
young.
from Saskatchewan.
Are you from Moose Saskatchewan?
No, but you have a favorite Saskatchewan city.
Regina. I wonder why he loves Regina.
Kristin shot a movie. Fun. Yeah.
Also rhymes with fun. Fun-gina, yes.
Kristin shot a movie in Regina.
Did you like Regina? I swear my mother's life, that was an accident. I swear I didn't mean to say that. You know I didn't mean to say that. Did you? You know I didn't mean that.
I didn't even finish it.
I did. I was there in the middle of winter. It was cold.
I've never seen Regina in front of you. I'm embarrassed.
Are there any Canadians here?
Canada!
No Regina Antonians, whatever they call them, Reginaites?
Tom, what is the money currency? What is it called?
Loonies?
And?
Tooties.
Right, what do you wear in your head?
Toot.
That's correct. What do you, when you go for a beer, you go for a, going for a rip? Going for a rip there, are you, bud? Is that right?
Beer. Going for beer?
You're going for a rip there, are you, bud?
Confirm?
Diarrhea, 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 diarrhea.
Sorry. And
Every time.
All right, earplugs to all these kids here.
We have a line. We have a line at one mic and not the other. It would have been quicker to go to the other mic, but okay, we'll wait in line. All right, let's start the questions. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, my name is Jordan from Tampa. One of my favorite podcasts is yours, Michael.
And I just want to say thanks to Tom. Tom is like, and Kristin, they both are wearing the Risk fans. She took hers off, lack of support, but Tom and you know, you've always been very supportive. He was on the podcast, Zach and Levi, tons of people. It's called Inside You. A lot of people have come up to me at the convention talking about mental illness and things that are very important. And you know, the podcast, I just try to be real, and it gives me purpose, and I love it. So it's free on iTunes, so if you check it out, subscribe, it really helps, and check it out. So thank you.
Yeah. So my real question is, Kristin, when are you going to be on this podcast?
Yeah.
Michael?
Well, we've been talking about it, and here's the issue. She's in Toronto, and she doesn't come out to California almost ever.
Pretty much never.
So we're working out a landline in my house where we can do it where it sounds really good, and we can even FaceTime each other while I'm doing
we could have
it.
done it this weekend.
Yeah.
We could do it right now.
No, it has to be good sound. It's quality show.
I knew I was going to say
If you
that.
listen to it, we like usually you want to hear it really nicely, and I want to. It's going to be my first like phone interview.
Yeah, it would be different.
So it's going to be different than.
Yeah.
Not even gonna like
Being in
FaceTime it? You gotta see each other's faces somehow.
Yeah, I think so, but we'll figure it out.
right.
And we took some pictures, so here, didn't we? We didn't. We should.
Well, let me say one thing.
Go ahead.
Here's what happens when you go on Michael's podcast.
Okay.
There's all these questions. He's very easy to talk to. He's very welcoming. Don't be afraid to ask him questions.
Yeah.
Because that's when you get the real good stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Because he
true.
wants to be inside of everybody else.
Yeah.
What does that say?
Tom got inside of me last time and hit so I'll just announce it now. We're doing Smallville week. I'm announcing it right now for the first time. We're doing Smallville week on the podcast, which means every day of the week, for the most part, we got John Glover, we got Tom Welling, we got Alan Miles.
Most days of the week.
No, but
more than not.
Well, usually we just do every Tuesday, but we're going to do a Smallville week where it's every day, Monday through Friday, I believe. You're going to be there. We're on the show. Glover, Schneider. We're going to try and get some. We're going to have 5 days.
That's only 5 days a week. 5 days a week.
5 days. Sorry.
All the work days.
All right. Anyway, look for it.
Well, thank you so much. Let's
Almost a week of Smallville.
So, put that on the poster. Okay, we got a question over here, so let's go over to you. Go ahead.
Hi guys, I do like the Smallville series, and I do want to know, is there another season coming out? Because I've been hearing that there's a season 2.
False.
Okay.
No, we joke around. I guess the comic books continue, and Michael and I, we talked about this too when we were in Calgary. Or was that? Dallas.
There we go.
No. No.
But also,
Ottawa's nice though. I do like it here.
How was it to work with Christopher Reeves in Smallville?
Great. Humbling, exciting, and inspirational. It was really cool. I'm glad that he chose to do it. He said to me, I've said this before on the panels, he goes, I'm really glad they chose you to be the next Superman. I'm like, well, they did. And he goes, they should have. And that made me feel
Yes. Yes.
true.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, let's jump back to the other side.
Yeah, how about
Clear
water for your guests?
Alkaline,
I'm
too.
drinking after you, Superman.
All right, you go ahead with your question.
I just have to say that's something Lex Luthor would totally say. That whole not drinking after Superman, that's totally Lex Luthor.
You're welcome.
I have a two-part question, if that's okay.
No.
The first part of my question is, are you all happy with how your storylines ended in the series finale?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
And the second part is, now that the other CW shows have introduced their multiverse, would you ever consider cameoing in one of their crossover episodes as your characters in Smallville?
Not really.
You know, all that happens.
You never know.
You never know. Sincerely, you never know. You never know. Maybe there's something we're thinking about. Maybe there's something we're not thinking about. Maybe something's going to happen soon. Maybe it's going to happen less than soon. We just can't tell you that.
Okay.
Because we don't know.
You're like the Riddler.
Yeah, that's like another DC villain. No, but thank you guys for being here. Smallville was my favorite show. I watched it with my dad the whole time, and you guys are amazing.
That was a three-part question.
You also said was.
Thank you for clarifying.
And then teeny got better.
Wow, you got older. I've been hearing that a lot today. Wow. Wow, you look different. You must get that a lot.
What? Oh, they look different? Because I'm older? Is this an age joke?
Look at you. You aged so well. Thank you for everybody who said that.
Thank you.
Check out the kid in the third row, dude. He's bored as hell.
What sound would he make?
Oh, he's coming over.
This can't be good, folks.
I thought the term twiddling your thumbs was a myth, so I just looked at you. What were you thinking of when Tom and I and Kristin were talking? Honestly, what were you thinking? Because it wasn't about what we were saying. We were thinking of something else. Tacos?
Probably food.
Is your mom not feeding you?
Sometimes no, sometimes no.
So you should probably call Child Protective Services. Very good. What's that? You were stuck in an elevator?
Yeah, with
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, we got stuck in an elevator. Well, you got stuck in the elevator. And you went upstairs while we stayed on a different floor.
Did you try to make a move on her?
No.
Good, because you're not a perv, right? Pervs hang out, you know. You're a good kid.
Listen, just because we're an odd
Now he's awake.
Hey, by the way,
Terrified.
do you remember? Oh, you don't remember. I told you this last convention. This guy comes up to me. Do you remember this? He's like, I just want to let you know that Gene Hackman is the best Lex Luthor ever. Awesome, I know that. Thank you. And he goes, you were better.
Yeah, you were better.
Thank you. But that was the joke. I was like, yeah, I know Gene Hackman was better. I agree with you. Thank you.
It's not.
All right.
You waited in line for like 45 minutes.
Tell me. Some other guy goes, man, this has been a dream. I swear to God, I've been waiting for you and Tom Willard to come here. I love that Tom Willard. It's so exciting. Rosenberg, you and Kreuk are just Kristin Kreuk Rosenberg. You guys are the best. Smallville was the shit.
I had somebody come up to the table once. This could be a whole panel just like one sort of table. This guy comes up, he's like, hey man, I really love Smallville, like you and Greg, you and Michael, and who's that, what's her name, Lana? Who's the girl who plays Lana? I'm like, Kristin. He goes, no, that's not right. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure it was Kristin. He goes, anyway man. A lot of fun, because keep this away.
No, Willard, you're wrong.
We're deciding Weller.
All right, we're all going back to this side now. So you go ahead. What is your question?
Hi, this is for Kristin. I was wondering if you had any favorite scenes with both Tom and Michael when you were all three in a scene together.
Oh, we kissed.
All three of us in a scene together.
Unfortunately, I remember that.
Hey, I was gonna kiss her though. High fives.
High fiving you on this?
Yeah, no, I mean, it was fine. It wasn't like bad.
This is what you spawned. What scenes have we been in together, all three of us? I remember one in the episode when he was bad. Yes. With the gun. Remember that scene?
I'm just hungry right now.
I feel like this is another question for someone in the crowd that I know this
Yeah.
is better than you. Anyone?
Maybe what was your favorite?
Yes, we were in scenes together, but not many, right?
Well, then what was your favorite scene to film, I guess?
The ones that we were all together. I really enjoyed that scene.
It's very memorable. What was your favorite scene to shoot with me, and what was one of your favorite scenes to shoot with Tom?
This is, I can't, okay.
You can't remember a scene? I can make some.
To shoot. I remember a scene where you got shot in a...
Alley?
Nope.
Hospital?
No, we were in the safe in the mansion.
Oh, gosh,
At the
safe
beginning of
room.
Lexington,
Safe
right?
room.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That was fun.
That was fun. She just gave me a Carol Burnett.
We do this every Tuesday night. We all get together and we play this game of like, remember that scene? It's a lot of fun.
I don't remember specific scenes.
How about when you guys made out the barn over and over and over again?
Answers the question. I'm sorry, I'm old.
My favorite scene was when Tom gave me mouth to mouth and revived me. His breath was sweet.
Thanks, Michael. Sweet breath.
Good breath is very important.
That was my nickname on set.
Old sweet breath.
Well, we got that covered.
Hey, that kid's awake now. He started talking about taking out the breath. He's like, woo! I should have kissed Lana Lang in the elevator.
Actually, before we move on to more audience questions, there was a fan that couldn't be here today, unfortunately, and they have a question that they sent a video in of the question. So if you guys want to maybe direct your attention to the monitors, we could play the question. We could answer it. Okay, do we have the clip ready? Can we roll the clip?
Well, first of all, a statement. I've been told that Tom Welling is really great at advice. To actors on set, to whomever may need it, someone in need, he gives you advice that's healthy, positive, inspirational. So Tom, I can't remember, but can you remind me what the advice was that you gave me after I passed out in the harness? Also, while you think about that, Michael and Kristin, if someone were to give you advice on set, what character would it have been, and what would they have said? Final question.
All right, so she asked your favorite co-star to work with on set at the end. Yeah. And then also the advice that you gave her when she got stuck in her harness.
I told her to eat an effing sandwich. She was in her harness and she messed up. I remember telling her, I'm like, listen, we're going to be up here for a while. Like, your circulation is going to be cut off. If you even think you're feeling faint, tell them to put you down. Like, don't suffer up there. She was okay. And like 15 minutes later, she's up there and she just goes. She passed out 30 feet in the air.
Jeez.
And then she came down and I guess I was trying to be kind of funny, break the ice. And she's like, oh my God, you're right. I'm like, eat it. Sandwich. Just trying to wake her up a little bit. But yeah, it's good advice. That was the advice.
Any good advice you guys got on set from anybody?
To answer her other question, really, not in terms of advice. I mean, I think I learned from everybody. I think we all learn from each other in little ways. But I honestly like working with most people.
Sometimes you learn what not to do.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this bothers someone, or this helps someone, or they like when I'm more focused with this actor, or I can be kind of an idiot in this scene and no one cares. But some people not demand, but like, hey, the way they work may not be the way you work as an actor. So it's like, hey, I gotta be a little focused for them.
Michael has this ability to, he's nothing like Lex Luthor, which is a credit to him and talent. But he can he'd be in these Lex moments in the cut, and then he'd make fart jokes and dance around and do all this crazy stuff, and then they'd, roll camera for action, and he could jump right back into it. And I learned very quickly that I wasn't like that. And I was like, you gotta stop making me laugh, dude. Like, I'm not supposed to be laughing, because he can jump in and out of it really quick.
We'll give it up for Smallville superfan Laura Vandervoort.
Thanks, Laura.
Back to the audience questions, so let's jump over to you. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Nathan. I'm a huge fan. Was there something you wish your character could have accomplished in the show that they didn't?
Nope.
I don't think so.
I mean, the show ended because there was nothing else to do. We kind of did it.
I could have probably killed more people.
Yeah. Next question.
All right, let's go back to this side. Go ahead. What is your question?
So speaking of laughing on set, what was the hardest scene you had to do that you couldn't break character but you wanted to?
I mean, when you came down as Zod, that was hilarious.
Explain it.
So they had Michael on a crane, suspended from a crane, 30 feet in the air. And he'd step off this rig.
Explain what I'm wearing.
And he's wearing this long black coat and the whole thing.
Down to my, a cape.
And as they're lowering him down into this, we're doing it one shot. He's gonna come down into his close-up. But as he's coming down, the wind catches him, he just starts rotating. And he's going, Michael's all zodded out. And he starts to turn, he's like, what's happening? What's happening? I'm Zod, this shouldn't be happening.
I was so upset because it was just I'm trying to stay in a stupid character. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna laugh me off on TV, this is gonna be terrible.
Well, first of all, Michael thought, because he was playing Zod, that he was gonna get paid twice.
Check it out, Tom. Check it out, dude. You know my salary? Yeah, dude. It just doubled, bro. What are you talking about? I'm playing two characters today, man. Lex and Zod, bro. double salary. It's like,
I don't think it works like that.
that's how it works. You become Zod. You're not getting paid any extra. But I remember action, and I'm like on this harness, and I'm just trying to stay focused, looking at Tom, who's the camera's on me, and I'm like,
Couldn't look at it.
you son of
I was looking like, my head's like, I knew that the angle, like, I know that it looks like I'm looking at him, but my eyes are like down here. Like, I'm not looking at you, bro.
And I'm just like this. What's going on? Did you hear the record? Stay with it, focus.
They were hoping, like, come around somehow and they could edit it. And then, finally works. It comes all the way down, and I'm looking down the side like this, and he finally comes down, and I see his feet land, and I remember going like, cool, it happened. He's like, yeah, look at him. And he goes, kneel to Zod. I looked at him, and we just looked at him.
How do you shoot something like that? I was like, kneel to Zod. I sound like an idiot. No, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Diarrhea.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you. Okay, let's go back over to this side. Go ahead, what is your question?
Nice segue, Michael, thanks. Question for Tom and Kristin. There's a lot of Klana fans in the room, and I'm sure all of us want to know, besides for the final scene with you guys, what would be the most emotional scene you guys filmed?
The first one that comes to mind is, I think in the pilot when Clark shows up in Lana's talking.
Yeah, in the graveyard.
In the graveyard. I think
Yeah,
that set up the characters really well.
Yeah, that was a beautiful scene. Yeah.
And the fog and all that.
And the wings.
Yeah. Like we'd be like all in the scene and I'm like talking, you know, to the headstone and we're connecting that way. And they're like, cut! We need the fog in the background. You know.
We auditioned with that scene too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Cool. All right, thank you so much. Back to this side. Go ahead. What's your question?
Hey, I was going to ask, try to give the most insightful question of the day, and that is for Kristin. And the question is, are you going to come back to the signing table after the panel discussion?
Yes, I am. I'm going to come back for a bit. So come and see me. I got to leave soonish though.
I'll be there too.
Michael also will be there.
I'll be at the signing tables. Tom, are you there? Oh, so come to me.
I want to, but I can't.
Yeah, you can fly out. Here's your Friday. You just did an extra day. It's your Friday.
By the way, guys, best Lex Luthor, best Superman Clark Kent of all time.
Thank you.
All right, back over this side. Go ahead. What's your question?
My question is, who do you think played a bigger role in shaping Lex to be the character that he was? Was it Lionel Luthor's parenting, or was it that Clark was never honest with Lex about his secrets?
Lionel.
I think the developmental stages of the child when he's growing up are very important, like, you know, twiddling the thumbs here. He was dehydrated, malnourished. No, okay. I think it's very important, and as a child, if you're not shown affection and love, and
where are you going?
I think that it's really important. So I think, yeah, he's right. Like your father figure, you know, when his mother died at a young age, and so there was a lot of things going on there. But also being bald as a kid, when you go through like a meteor shower, and you have to go to school, you're called a freak and bullies and all these things that they play. And then when your best friend lies to you, all these things start to change. I mean, we were best friends, and you were a liar. Huh?
He was a child.
He was a child?
Yeah, he was like 15.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to be a liar. That little kid probably is not a liar. Are you? He's like, I don't know. He's lying right now. He's lying about not being a liar. But anyway, I think it's a culmination of a lot of things that play that. Yeah.
Cool, thanks so much. You said time for only a couple more questions, so let's quickly go back to this side. So go ahead, what do you got?
Yes, hello. Thank you all for coming out here today. I really appreciate it. My question is, looking back on the show, is there anything that when we're watching the show now still resonates with you today? Whether it's related to your characters, certain relationships you built on set, certain storylines that when you rewatch the show now, you have a real fondness for it?
Kristin?
What I love about the show, and I don't rewatch it, but what I love about it is...
Season 8, 9, and 10.
No, but what I love about it is what Michael was talking about is kind of the parallel storylines of what it takes for someone to be raised to become evil and what it takes for someone to be raised to become good. And that is, I think, very profound. So
Says the girl who has kryptonite skin.
Porcelain skin. Sorry. You know what? I don't know if this answers your question, but what I will say is, you guys coming up to us and seeing the effect this show had on us.
Yeah.
It wasn't that we were doing. It's like when we see like soldiers come up to us and say, "Hey, this got me and my platoon through Iraq, watching these DVDs." I'm like, wait, what? Smallville? He's like, yeah, man, you took our mind off the war. Somebody who suffered with cancer, who was watching our show and got them through it, or something connection they had with their father or their mother, and now their mother or father's no longer with them, and that's what they have, these memories. You don't know the impact it has on people. You think, oh, I'm getting paid to do a show and act, and there's bigger and better jobs out there and more profound work than being an actor. And then you see what it does to people, and it also gives you purpose. And it's, wow, what we did actually made an impact somehow, and that really makes us happy.
Did anyone here see the show?
These kids, no. That kid, no way. We'll watch it. Yeah, and then Sorority Boys. Now you're cheering for that.
All right, last question over to this side. Go ahead, you're wearing the right shirt.
Thank you. I just want to say, huge super fan. I love the show. Rewatch it almost all the DVDs and season 11 comic form. Also,
it's not a question.
No, I'm just telling you.
Yeah, it's also something we've heard, sir. I'm kidding. Joke, I love you.
And honestly, I think you are the best Luther.
That's also not a question.
It's a great question. It's a great question. Thank you. Thank you. Good man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being so smart.
Yeah, I thought Lana, you played, I'm sorry, Chris, I thought you played Lana with such depth too. She was,
yes!
Again, not a question.
Yes! That's the best question you had.
Oh, was that
fantastic?
You are.
And Tom, I thought you did a great job.
Yes, speak up.
I thought
you closer to the mic.
Okay. Tom, I thought you did a great job. Thank you. I thought you did a great job. I thought you did a great job of showing the emotional struggle that Clark had to go through, trying to be earthling, trying to be earthling, but also still trying to use his powers to help people.
Yeah!
I think let's end it there. Do you want to do a crowd selfie first, or I take a photo for you guys? Do you want to do it? Yeah. Let's do a big crowd shot. You guys can go and I'll take the shot for you.
You're awesome. Give it up for our MC. Fantastic.
And don't forget to listen to Michael's podcast, where more days of the week than not.